Welcome back, guys. Hope y'all doing well. Failure Friday in the MD-88 today. We are currently in LAX. I'm going to fly to Phoenix. Got the GPU connected. I've already put the fuel weight and payload in, so all I got to do is start loading that stuff. Haven't done anything else inside the cockpit. So, get in there and get this thing started if I can remember how. Up to the overhead. Battery is over here. Get that going. Get the external power on the bus. And let me do a little flow up here, make sure everything's kind of set to go. I think that's good for now. We'll see, get the landing altimeter and altitude in a minute. We can give this the position initialization so we can get the IRS aligned. We are in Los Angeles, Kilo, Lima, Alpha, X-ray. Clear. Oops. I always forget to do that. Get that aligning. Gross weight here. Set our zero fuel weight, which is going to be 118,263 pounds. That'll work. And our gross weight. We'll start loading everything up. Open the doors. Load fuel, load cargo. And we'll expedite that stuff once we get everything in the FMC. We'll go ahead and start doing that actually. I forgot, no pop out here. So, route KLAX-2 Phoenix, which is Kilo Papa Hotel X-ray. And let's see. First ones outside of our SID or STAR are going to be direct to Blythe via our Bravo Lima Hotel, which is probably going to be the first one. 33, 35, yep. And then from Blythe, direct to the Star. So that's it. So we'll go departure. Actually, let's get the ATIS first. Figure out what runway we're using here.
Kilo, Lima, Alpha, X-ray, airport information, Echo, 2253, Zulu, weather, wind, 239 at 15, visibility, 10, sky clear, temperature, 24, dew point, 17, altimeter, 2993, advise on initial contact, you have information, Echo.
Information Echo, 239 at 15. Alright, I was planning on taking
Kilo
07, but let's do this. Go 25 right. Alright, clearance delivery, LAX. $121.4. Hey McFaddy, how you doing? If there's a failure today, I have no idea how to deal with it in this airplane. I can barely fly this thing alone as it is. Launch delivery and ground 121.75. The radio's at.
Good evening, it's Air Canada.
Brian, how you doing, buddy?
6 heaviest and 174 information. Zulu PDC is 117 Delta.
I'm gonna get a transponder.
We are planning, requesting runway 23 for operational reasons, requesting full length, and we're planning a noise 1.
Well, there's a lot of X's in there. The only thing missing is the H's.
Well, we were still waiting on that. We see some flakes starting now, but I think we should still be okay.
Jet 85623, Verto 6, balance unchanged, check noise 1.
23, Verta 6, bounce unchanged, Air Canada 856, thank you.
Charlie, bring it in.
Back to this fun stuff. Departures and arrivals. KLAX departure gonna be 25. What did I say? 25 right? 25 right, and our departure is. Yeah, I saw your pictures, man. Looking good. Cat piss. Tell her I said hey.
Air France 351, you're cleared Charles de Gaulle. Verto 6, departure.
T2.
Lorca, transition. Quebec 907, Mills, flight planners. Runway 24 right, transponder 6133.
There we go.
Okay, so we are clear to Paris Charles de Gaulle via Verdo 6 departure, Lorca,
3-3.
Quebec 907, Mills, flight plan route, runway 24 right, and stroke 61.
Hey, cat piss. Weather looks good. Still 95 degrees, hot as balls here. Every day. Flying planes with no air conditioning, not the best. I got it on ground. Let's get tower on standby. 133.9.
77282 up your right side. There's Rouge 67 on Charlie. Behind him, taxi Charlie. Caution jet blast, tower 1835.
Alright, behind Rouge on the Charlie.
Today we're flying to Phoenix. We're in LA at the moment. This is Failure Friday, so we're gonna, once we get the engine started, we're gonna turn on failures to hopefully get one in the air. And then we'll try to deal with it. I barely know how to fly this airplane as it is, so should be interesting. Back here, Phoenix weather, and Phoenix is winds 300, 5 knots, visibility 10, temperature 39, dew point 2, precipitation none, altimeter 2985. So we'll do runway 25. 25 right.
77282 up your right side. There's Rouge 67 on Charlie. Behind him, taxi Charlie. Caution jet blast, tower 1835.
No ILS there, so we'll do RNAV.
Behind Rouge
Is there an ILS?
on the Charlie, 77282.
ILS 25 left. Alright, we'll do that one. Crash and burn, baby. ILS 25 left. The arrival is the Hydra 1. Transition should be Blythe. There we go. Route, activate, execute, legs. Double check, make sure this is looking good.
Thank you. One set 431, towers 18.7. You have a good flight.
Thank you, 431, have a good day.
You too. Air Canada 591, towers 18.7 for you as well. So long.
See, if you played Escape from Tarkov, that's an inside joke. They always execute your legs, blacked out immediately. Vectors to Gypsy. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you got vectors, you can't actually put it in to fix the discontinuity. Just have to fly those when you get there.
Towers 18.7. You have a good flight.
Network, step, step, step,
Thank you,
step.
431, have a good day.
You too. Air Canada 591, towers 18.7 for you as well. So long.
Ground board Aircraft 704 Alpha Lima.
9704 ground runway 24 right, information whiskey, altimeter 3019er, taxi via Bravo, hold short of Delta.
Bravo 0 Delta, yes, 04.
Fuel is loaded. Nice. We can do our initialization stuff. Fuel on board. There we go. 17.5 scheduled, which is right. What else? Gross weights should have automatically 98.4.
Good day, Georgian. 7284.
Okay, this is screwed up. Zero fuel weight is 118.
Runway 24 right, information whiskey, altimeter 3015.
0.3.
Taxi Delta 5 and behind the WestJet 37 from your right on
There we
Charlie. Taxi via
Reserves.
Charlie, tower 1835.
7.7.
Delta 5 behind the west.
Cost index usually do 100 with MD-88. Cruise altitude. Flight level 330. Top of climb winds 240 at 10. Ice deviation is +8. There we go. Trans altitude 18,000 for us. Takeoff. Outside air temperature is what? 24 degrees. EPR flex 40. There we go. Can't do our V speeds until we get our flap set, so we'll go ahead and execute that for now. Pre-flight complete. Leave that up so I remember to do that. Someone remind me if I don't. Let's do this here. We'll set our trim here for takeoff. Center of gravity 7.7, and flaps are going to be 11.
This is 2702. You're going to see traffic off your left side 1900. He gives way to you, tower 1835.
Copy 1900, giving way to us. Tower 1835, WestJet 2702. Good day, sir.
Motion.
This is 2702. You're going to see traffic off your left side 1900. He gives way to you, tower 1835.
Perfect.
Copy
Start loading those
1900,
passengers.
Tower 1835, WestJet 2702. Good day, sir.
And start the APU. And how do we do that in this airplane? Where is the APU? There we go. RPM's coming up, and the EGT should be able to hear it too.
Ground WestJet 245 with you making the return of Delta for gate Alpha 4.
Pressure 245, on ground, Delta Echo, hold short Sierra.
Delta Echo will be short Sierra WestJet 245.
Runway heading for departure 250. Do initial climb 2500. Let's show the air conditioning kick on. And we'll go straight up to cruise altitude, which is what again? 33? Yep. Alright, so we got vertical speed armed, heading hold for takeoff. Probably have to do vectors for the departure because I expect it to go the other way, which is what our SID is for. I got no fuel in the center tanks. Forgot to turn those pumps on. So we go left, right. So the FMS is set up. Our passengers and payload are ready, so we'll expedite this stuff. Plan a pushback and get ready to get out of here.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Charlie, I can't shut off one.
What else am I forgetting? Crossfeed valve. Radio set, transponders on and standby. Brakes are set for takeoff. Pneumatic crossfeeds are open. Takeoff trim is set. I think we're good, guys. Done here.
Ground, good morning, over 46.
Close up the cargo doors, close up the forward doors.
Over 46, ground
Check
Delta,
APU,
Echo,
get down the
hold short
bus.
Sierra.
Delta Echo, hold short Sierra.
Galley power can come on and we'll disconnect the GPU. See ya. Feel like I'm forgetting something. Generators are on. APU, let's go. Alright, fuck it, let's go. Anti-collision on.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Ground west at 245 with you on Echo, hold short Sierra.
Question at 245, right turn at Romeo, cross runway 33 right, hold short of Bravo.
Hey, Romeo 30, crossing 33 right, holding short Bravo, left at 245.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Turn on the nose wheel lights right
So
now.
connected
Blinding out
and
of the sky.
bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
There you go, buddy.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Oh, here we go.
Ground west at 245 with you on Echo, hold short Sierra.
Let's go. Packs off.
Question
Duct
at
pressure coming
245,
up there.
right turn at Romeo,
Start system A.
cross runway 33 right, hold short of Bravo.
Start
Hey,
pump
Romeo
on.
30, crossing
Go
33
right engine.
holding short Bravo, left at 245.
Into this climbing. Takeoff flex on the EPR for takeoff 1.9 and 40 degrees. So you see 40 come up there on the flex temperature.
Air Canada 704, use the right lane at the end over Tower 1835.
Land 1835 at gas channel 4.
Back right lane for me. 704, use the right lane at the end over tower 1835.
Land 1835 at Gas Channel 4.
Sorry, right
There you
lane.
go. There's one. Double check the engine generator's on. And we're getting voltage. Nice.
Operation
Number
complete.
2.
Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We'll set the ILS frequency and course and stuff once we get in the air. That'll give me something to do besides worrying.
Grab confirm that's the right side for Canada 704.
Yes, please, the west lane. Thank you. Over.
Failures on Friday the 13th. It is like poking a bear. I'm excited. In a plane that I don't really know how to fly.
Grab confirm that's the right side for Canada 704.
Yes, please, the west lane. Thank you. Over.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Thanks, you
683
too.
monitor
See
tower,
ya.
135,
Alright, left and right
133.
are getting electricity.
2532 Delta 63.
I think we're good. I think we can kill the APU. So let's go off. APU off the bus. Actually, we leave the system on. System A for takeoff.
Ground Delta 2041. For the 2481 ground, give way to the opposite direction in
Flight recorder, parking brakes
continue
on,
Echo
and should
short
have
of Victor.
unrestricted rudder travel. What is this? Ignition system A selected as off.
So 2481, are you just working an issue?
Affirm, yeah, we had a light trip.
Okay, just let me know your intentions when you know.
Alright, engines are on, so we're going to turn on the failures now. Set global mean time, we're at 400. Done. Apply. There we go. Failures are on. We can set our flaps. Take your sweet time. There you go. Flaps are set. Now let's see if we get V speeds in here. Execute 149 knots.
Ground Delta 2041.
For the 2481 ground, give way to the opposite direction Embraer, and then continue on Echo short of...
Aerodel 1973 is on
Let's
Victor
go,
for
boys.
Echo 27. Or actually, we're going to ramp number, what is it now, 6.
No takeoff
So
config warning. See, that's
ground,
positive.
Foxtrot to ramp 5, they'll take you through for 6.
Alright, thanks. Aerodel 1973 is on Victor for Echo 27. Or actually, we're going to ramp number, what is it now, 6.
So the 1973 ground, join Foxtrot to ramp 5, they'll take you through for 6.
Alright, thanks.
Ground up 1916, 2 north, Tango.
So the 1916 ground, or wait right, turn right on Foxtrot to ramp 3, join Echo.
Ground up 1916, 2 north, Tango.
Delta 1916 ground, runway 8 right, turn right on Foxtrot at ramp 3, join Echo.
8 right. Right on Fox at 3 over to Echo, Delta 1916.
Delta 533 at ramp 3, follow a 757, will join in front of you.
At ramp 3, follow the 757, Delta 533.
Delta 533 at ramp 3, follow a 757, will join in front of you.
At ramp 3, follow the 757, Delta 533.
And ground Delta 1427, also 1 North Tango.
Delta 1427 ground, runway 8 right after the RJ, turn right on Foxtrot, and at ramp 3, join Echo.
Give way to... And ground Delta 1427, also 1 North Tango.
Delta 1427 ground, runway 8 right after the RJ, turn right on Foxtrot, and at ramp 3, join Echo.
Give way to the RJ outbound, right on front, and transit to Echo at ramp 3, Delta 1427.
Alright, we're on the longest runway using all of the display's threshold too, so in case anything goes wrong, should have plenty of time to stop. Double check, auto brakes are on takeoff. Alright, flaps are set. Let's get the transponder on, TARA. Switch this over to tower. Departure frequency is 125.2.
Southwest 1194, contact departure, good day.
Let's go. Wing lights don't need anti-collision are on. Strobes are already on. Don't need the floods either. We'll go landing lights. Turn off the nose lights. Speed brake is armed, ready to go. RIP, boys. So we'll take off, climb runway heading, and then we will turn to intercept Booley. That'll be part of our departure. Let's go.
Contact departure, good day. Southwest 3830 Star, traffic 6 mile final, company number 27, line up and wait.
Line up 27, so 3837.
Southwest 3830 Star, traffic 6 mile final, company number 27, line up and wait.
Line up 27, so 3837.
See ya.
Southwest 1801, turn left right way, contact ground.
Good day, Southwest 1801.
Good day. Southwest 1801, turn left right way, contact ground.
Good day, Southwest 1801.
Good day.
Oh shit, I put the time on. Rewind that bit. 51, see ya. Hit the wrong button on the clock. Forgot you could speed up the time on there.
Southwest 3837, 12807, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, 3837.
Let's go to climb VNAV. And we will go direct interchange. Boolean. Execute, and then switch this over
Southwest
to
3837,
nav.
contact departure, good day.
Good day.
Where's nav? There we go. Follow the flight directors.
Southwest 3837, contact departure, good day.
Good day. 3837.
We also will contact departure.
November 6459, Charlie Brett, Altimeter 3010.
010, my bad, Charlie.
Departure American 2588, 72 South.
132588, departure radar contact, maintain 5000.
5000 American 2588.
Trying autopilot here. What did I do with the time? Well, somehow I made it morning.
Departure American 2588, 72 South.
132588, departure radar contact, maintain 5000.
5000 American 2588.
JetBlue 1865, Charlie 270, Waymo Pacific Pass.
Alright, 270 and direct path, JetBlue 1865.
Number 49, I'm sorry about that. Actually maintain 3000 for now. 3000 for the altitude for coordination.
Okay, we'll go back down to 3000, roll 149.
There is 10,000.
2.32, heavy tower 10.5 today.
120.5,
Let's go Los Angeles Center. We got there. You got 132.85. Not dead yet.
Delta 574, contact approach 12821, good night.
281 Delta 574.
Got it. Okay. Approach 125.3.
125.3, good night.
Phoenix, Dan, how you doing? Alright, we're doing ILS 25 left. Is that what I said?
717 November Bravo, momentarily leveling at 240, descending on the Ola 1, maintain 280 on speed, and we have information. Fox.
Location 717 November Bravo, going to descend via the Ola 1.
ILS 25 left, 110, decimal 75.
Altimeter 299 report.
2994, descend Ola 1, accept the 14000, 717 November Bravo.
It does look pretty amazing. Sometimes I do, but normally not online. Unless we're doing a group flight and there happens to be a controller online.
Heavy, leaving at 270, descending 240. Ola 1 arrival.
Of course.
Actually, 600 heavy, descend via the Ola 1, except maintain 14,000, 14,000, San Diego, altimeter 299 report.
14,000 and 299 for Lancile 600 heavy.
There we go. So have you read anything about how the streaming stuff actually works? Like, what kind of PC specs are you expecting this is going to require?
Delta 1792, attempt Roger, send via the Lucky 1, except maintain 10,000, 10,000, San Diego, altimeter 299 report.
Keeper, how you doing, buddy? Morning for me, even for you.
1792, discard speeds on the star, maintain 290 on Alpha Greater.
Okay, C290 or greater, Delta 1790. I'm sorry, how long do you want to
Disregard all the speeds on the star for now, just maintain the 290.
Respect, you bitch. I just retired this old bird. You don't like it? It does look awfully phallic, particularly from the top. Not the penis, boys.
Hello, Center South 678, 12000, level 236.
That was 678, getting.
Unfortunately, no, this is the failure flight, hopefully.
Southwest 111, 29.3.
So far, looking good.
78240 and 270 or less.
Southwest 111, Roger, send via the Ola 1, except maintain 14,000, 14,000, San Diego, altimeter 299 report.
Mr. Transition altitude. Big change, 299.3 to 299.2. All failures are enabled, and we turn the global mean time down to hopefully get one in flight. Doesn't always work, but it seems like 90% of the time you get one. Sometimes they're super innocuous, though. Like the last time I flew the TBM and the panel light stopped working, but it was a day flight, so it didn't matter. California looking good, though, as always. What up, Sea Monster? How you doing? Long time no see, man. I think California, Utah, and Wyoming are and most of Colorado. Good place to fly with ortho.
Via the Lucky 1, maintain 12,000, San Diego.
he updating so far? I think you mentioned that a while ago.
128.1.
Let me know when he gets to Oregon. I think he missed some tiles last time. Is he doing it the same way that V-States is, or is he doing where you have to convert the DDS file into a JPEG? Or vice versa?
Southwest 5678, contact center 126.77.
Oh shit. Thank you, Sea Monster. Welcome. Ugh. That was such a pain in the ass last time. I really appreciated the, was it vertical simulations? That guy. Seems like he stopped doing it and then Fork Boy restarted. Is that about right? August. I'll check it out after this. Yeah, Montana was one that was pretty sorely missing before. That would have been a good one. I don't know why I never got around to that in the first try. What are we missing now? We need Mississippi, a little bit of West Tennessee, Montana, the Dakotas, and Minnesota, I think. Also Alaska. I think Iowa's in there already. Isn't it?
Clear wings 108, contact center 126.77.
12677, clear wings 108, have a good day.
26.
Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely have ortho in Iowa, and I'm pretty sure that the vertical sim guy did not do those. But, I mean, to be really honest, Iowa, the ortho kind of looks like the default textures do for, is he? Hang on a minute. Oh, you're right, never mind. It looks like there's a tiny little bit of the western border, maybe. Well, hopefully that'll be one of the areas that's fixed too. Me too. And then come to my house and convert all of the JPEGs and then organize my INI. I'll pay extra. I guess by extra meaning $1, yeah. I don't know, I haven't asked. He should do though. That would be really thoughtful.
1592, like as slow as 250 by Jack, that's alright.
Don't 1592, maintain 290 knots or greater, I need to keep you number 1.
Okay.
I got enough practice doing that the last time with all the other orthos that I've gotten and installed. That was painful though. That was like a solid, what, 3 weeks of work, just every day I had free time, coming home from work during the day to start converting more. Pain in the dick.
395, enter, descend and maintain 2000, San Diego altimeter 2994.
Sitting 12000, 2994, United 395.
Rear wing 245, maintain 2509.
2509, clear 245.
Oh, the Arizona ones didn't have the tiles around the border? So you have to download the whole state and then redo it, or can you just download the stuff around the border?
Bravo Kilo 11-3, climbing down. 6632 Bravo Kilo, center Canadian.
How big of a difference does the newer ortho make over the older ones? I am notoriously lazy.
Southwest 111, contact approach 128.1.
28-1, Southwest 111, good day.
Good. Delta 1792, contact approach 124.35.
124.35 on the 1792.
Okay.
No failures yet. Getting bored, fellas. See, I wish we could figure out a way to have it so McFaddy can control my failures. In the sim, not in real life.
Clear link 245, traffic.
Gotcha. Well, I guess it's worth it
Still
anyway.
clock and 15 miles southeast.
Has he said if he's going to continue the project to finish what he did in the first time, or is he just like correcting mistakes that he's got? See, it would have been better if he just started with the places that were missing.
124.135, square 2.5, that's okay.
You think?
No damage models, I don't think. Dang, that's good though. Also, the MD has pretty sick ass wing textures. I'd be a little sad if we lost one. Look at that.
Bravo Kilo, you got higher yet?
2 Bravo Kilo, climb maintain level 230.
230, Bravo Kilo, thanks.
So nothing on the ECAS, everything on the panel here looks good.
Center, Apollo 806, level 1000, direct to I won't like to cancel.
Alright, who can name this lake? We're flying from LA to Phoenix.
Center, the San Diego altimeter is 2994. Roger your cancellation via farm. Remain on your squawk code for farm.
Alright, 9994 will man on this squawk code for 5 Alpha.
Selecting 2 Bravo Kilo, contact center 126.77.
Ooh, nailed it. Nice.
277, Bravo Kilo, okay.
Salton Sea. He's a local though. Does the road just end right in the water? A little slow, McFaddy.
United 395, contact approach on 124.35.
2435, down 395.
Yep.
road coming out of the dig tip. Mean like this?
Southwest 3217, 12 and a half for 23.
Delta 8895 out of 12,000. We are climbing final 230.
Delta 8895, been arrested.
Center 281 Yankee, we're going to do some maneuvering here around Kumba, plus or minus 10,000 feet in, do some 360.
Great, 981 Yankee, roger, that's approved. The spirit altimeter 2981.
2981, thanks, Yankee.
Ooh, keeper.
3217, contact center 126.77.
Oh, check this out. That is a custom airport scenery right there that came with like its own little ortho tile. That square right off the nose. When will you know if you're going to get accepted for the alpha testing? And when is that supposed to start?
Mahalo 806, traffic 12 o'clock and 9 miles to do ring at the Twin Comanche 10,600.
Say give a Mahalo
Mahalo 806, traffic 12 o'clock, 8 miles, maneuvering at the Twin Comanche, VFR 10,600. Twin Comanche 81, Yankee, traffic is 7 miles northwest of your position, 9,200, southeastbound, Caravan.
Hey, what Yankee will be looking
I'd be pretty jealous if you got in there. Is there any word on a release date? I mean, if they're doing alpha testing now, it's probably still a ways out at the moment, but...
2677, Delta 8895.
Twin Comanche 81, Yankee, traffic, go back.
Hey, what Yankee, thanks.
Damn, we're basically going to hit top of climb and then start the descent right after that. Well, look, I know that you have obligations legally, but no one's checking the Discord, right? Or rough impressions, like positive or negative. Austin, they would know if you took a screenshot. Off screen with your phone.
departure. Good afternoon, United 382, 10-6 on the Zoo 2.
United 382 up and running.
Phoenix, approach control 119.2. What game were you doing this for before?
South 1927 out of 11.5 for 230. South 1927 center roger.
Good evening, Speedbird 44 November Heavy, sending file 240.
Speedbird 44 November center. Descend via the Lucky 1 arrival at depth maintain 12,000. Alabama altimeter.
Do you think that will give you some sort of priority over other people applying for the Alpha?
Via the Lucky
Since
1
it's still a
arrival,
Microsoft product,
12,000.
they'll see your name or email address or something on there. Top climb, top of sinking, awful close.
Approach to know about any more maneuvering you're going to do. Contact them now on 124.35.
2435, 818.
United 382, contact center 126.77.
2677, United 382.
Well, it wouldn't be any different position than you're in now with the rest of us. Peons.
Speedbird 44 November, delete speeds on the arrival, maintain 290 knots or greater.
290 knots or greater, delete speeds for arrival, Speedbird 44 November.
Make the plane get to top of climb itself. Here we go. Go, bitch. Quote unquote normal. Yeah, we're all normal. That's what the Discord is for. Super normal people.
Southwest 1927, contact center 126.77. 126.77, have a good night.
There you go. VNAV. What would approach here? 4,000? 3,000?
Center, good afternoon. Sierra Lima Niner 80, descending to flight level 240.
ABC Airlines 980 center, cross.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
14000, Alabama altimeter 29992.
With 29992, clear to Cindy at 104,000, maybe Sierra Lima 980.
Approach, flight 652 Fox, radio level 1.
Flight 652 Fox, Shot Romeo, center roger. Speedbird 44 November, contact approach 124.35.
Circle 124.35, good night, Speedbird 44 November.
Yes.
No, this was released, man, a while ago now, eh? I don't remember when it was released.
There's a LAX 620, name 3004, 240.
LAX 620 center cross Indy at maintain 14,000. The San Diego altimeter is 2994.
Just one of the few planes that I haven't flown for Failure Friday. No one else has given any suggestions, so just did this one because it was fairly complicated, so hopefully we'll get something. See if we start descending. Oh yeah, boy.
Sun Country 404, contact center 126.77.
2677, Sun Country 404.
Delta 2766, contact approach 124.
Fingers crossed. Give me something good.
2435, Delta 2766.
Alright, landing gear. Is there like a... Let's see if there's a emergency release for those. Where would that be?
ABC Airline is 980, traffic 12 o'clock, 20 miles, maneuvering. The VFR jump aircraft currently at 12,000, goes to 13,000 for the jump.
Thanks, sir. Looking for traffic. Airline is 980.
Maybe. It does have little Dachshund gear legs. Never tried to put the landing gear up or down with the hydraulic systems off, so I don't know.
Phenom 66 Mike Center, roger. Aladdin 2 Foxtrot Romeo, descend to maintain 12,000, Palomar altimeter 2992.
12,000, Foxtrot.
Bogner, Ortho, yes, and thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's just loading. I think it's because I have my orthos on an external hard drive, so every once in a while when you get to that little border where the next set of tiles is loading, it freezes for a sec.
So 50, 75, 25, 4, 240.
Unfollow, get out of here! Whoa. I'm normal. We didn't want to say anything, but McFaddy and I both agreed that you're the weirdo. I've got a 1080 Ti. Sorry.
We will go back on 128.1. Make sure it's safe.
Good day.
1827.55, descended 240-2809.
Yeah, 1827, center, descend via the Lucky 1 arrival, and set maintain 12,000.
Secret screenshots for MS 2020 if you get in there. Flight Simulator 2020. Yeah, there you go. You can PM him. Slide into his DMs. So I think if we don't get a failure on this flight, I'm going to bump the failure rate down even more. help you with ordering.
Mike, instead of maintaining 1-2000.
Instead of 1-2000, Mike.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably one of the more complete tubes for X-Plane. The FMC is good. I don't know if it's actually a feature of the real airplane, but the only thing that I don't like is that you can't get your V-speeds until your flaps are set. It's good, I like it. It's kind of challenging to fly. It's a little bit different than the Boeings, and at lower speeds it gets, squishy. It's a little harder to fly. But it looks cool in the texture work. I mean, check out, this area in the back here is pretty amazing. Like all the weathering and... That is awesome. There's me, fam.
Says 345 Charlie Sierra. Contact.
Does anyone have the Piper Cherokee?
5.3. Two.
I was looking at that earlier. All you really know how to fly yet. Same way you learn the Zebo, you can do anything else. Blur. Was it made by the same? I think it's V-Flight. I saw Q8 Pilot had a video. It looked pretty decent. That is true. They're complex, but they're not incredibly hard to fly. It's just systems management more than it is actual hand flying and everything. This one probably a little more so than Boeing or Airbus. I mean, there's certain things like you can't select your VNAV on takeoff until you've selected your climb on the EPR limit. Auto throttle won't connect until you hit these two switches on the back of the throttle. Little small things. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on your airline. I think some encourage hand flying. Oh shit, I missed transition altitude. Hang on a second. But usually, I guess you'd probably be engaging your autopilot pretty soon after takeoff. Phoenix winds 3005 knots. Alright, still landing 25 left. Altimeter 2985. In one of the books that I was reading for school, they were talking about a study that they had done with pilots who fly with complex avionics, like the Garmin G1000 with yaw dampers and stuff like that, and they found that after a period of flying, there was a significant decrease in actual flight coordination. Like when you turn in a normal GA airplane, it requires rudder input to coordinate your turn so that you're not slipping or skidding or getting into a dangerous attitude that could influence the AOA and cause a stall. So these pilots, I don't know what the time period was, but pretty quick loss of coordination. So get your chops in with the GA craft, boys. because when you have the yaw damper, or you're following a flight director, you're not actually paying much attention to what the plane is doing, whether it's slipping or skidding. You're not looking at a turn coordinator because the plane's basically doing it for you. Yeah, use it or lose it.
Bus 31, as you make a turn to the northwest, you're going to have traffic 11 o'clock, 20 miles eastbound, regional jet out of flight level 180 climbing. I'll hire for you as soon as you're passing.
Southwest 2821, searching.
That's another thing that is really difficult when you first start doing VFR flying, is that you, like, especially coming from flight simulators, and my instructor said this is super common, that we spend too much time looking at the actual instruments. It should be 90% out the window, so find visual cues on in the cockpit. Like, for example, you should have a nose attitude when the plane is level, and you could find a spot on the glare shield or above it on the struts or something on the windshield that you could use to make sure that you're maintaining level flight without looking at the instruments much.
Southwest 5075, contact approach 124.35.
2435.
What up, Dusty? I am not following standard operating procedure at all. This is Failure Friday, so hopefully we get a failure before we touch down.
American
And then
2546,
any sort of operating procedure just goes out the window because I have no idea to fly this plane anyway.
128.1, American 2546.
But we're on descent now. I have no failures that I've noticed.
Southwest 2821, contact center 126.77.
12677, Southwest 2821, 2.
Matt's my flight instructor, by the way. Now the pressure's on.
United 1827, contact approach 124.35.
2435, United 1827.
Center horizon air 2437, leveling up for 240.
Press 2437, center, descend and maintain 12000 to San Diego, altimeter 2994.
Okay, down to 12000, horizon 2437.
What is the field elevation? Phoenix. 1,135. Oh, Dan's got it. You live close to Phoenix, or you elsewhere in Arizona?
Center Sky Cert 334, climbing visa Z2, passing 12.2.
Sky 3334, center, roger.
Ah, cool. There's 25 left. Is that what I'm doing? 25 left. Is that one of your standard arrival runways? Yeah, 25 left.
Minutes left in the second period, 1-0 Bruins.
Thanks.
Well, what about from the west? I guess technically we'll be coming from the south on our arrival. Doing the Hydra 1. Also, this is the valley where Phoenix is too, right? Just past these mountains.
Horizon 2437, contact approach 124.35.
Okay, 124.35 for horizon air 2437.
Good night.
In fact, I think that's it right there. Not an FS Cloud, no. offline at the moment. In fact, I think I deleted FS Cloud. I didn't like it as much as VATSIM. Yeah, Dan, exactly.
Skywest 3334, contact center 126.77.
2677, Skywest 3334.
I deleted it. I mean, it required a whole other set of, shit, what are those files?
Center Allegiant,
The aircraft
903,
AI files.
11,000.
And I didn't like the fact that it had to be open as a separate app or something on your desktop, in addition to having Active Sky and Little Nav Map and all that kind of crap open. It's just one more window. CSLs, that's what it is.
United,
So I deleted all those, got rid of that shit, just use VATSIM. Not only that, I mean, usually when you're doing a group flight, it's going to be somewhere where it's VFR anyway, so even if you have to get on with the controller, all you have to do is ask for clearance to head whatever direction and just make sure you're out of people's airspace. It's not a big deal.
10,000, United, 1960.
Unless you're Mellon going Mach 3 in a tail dragger. I should fly the P-51 for a failure Friday. That would be a good one. Maybe next week. Again, also, if there's no failure this week, I'm going to bump it down to 350, maybe 300. Yeah, that's right. But I mean, even non-towered airspace, you could basically fly over it as long as you're telling people that you're going to do it. You don't have to talk to a controller or anything. Yeah, I mean, you can get out into places where there's no controlled airspace or anything. You really don't have to talk to anyone on radio, but you should probably be monitoring CTAF frequencies and stuff for nearby airports. Alright, we need 20 miles. We'll get it on approach control. And tower. 187.
270 and direct pass, JetBlue 1869.
Contact center 133.42.
3342.
I would, yeah, if I had the choice, I would probably do flight following just for safety, and particularly if you're in an airplane that doesn't have any sort of like traffic alert system, or you don't have your ASB or iPad or whatever. I would probably do traffic flight following. Like someone was talking about getting like the A20s because they had Bluetooth in them. Like I'm probably never ever going to listen to music in an airplane, you know, or my podcast or whatever.
I think 2588, I'm making 10,000, 10,000.
10,000, American 2588.
I always forget the flap speeds. I know they're ridiculous here. But gear down at 300 knots, slats extended 280, full at 240. So you can basically put everything down right now.
JetBlue 815, 1200 kilometer 5000 via the Highland.
Yeah, it is one of those hobbies or jobs or whatever where paranoia probably is a good thing. Yeah, the P-51 is what the flap speeds are. The first two notches, I can't remember what the degrees are, but I think at 400 miles an hour. I don't even think I've ever been to 400 miles an hour in that thing. Well, I mean, the consequences for fucking up are pretty high. Speed at 2 tons, slow this bad boy down.
So you 15, call maintain 8,000.
I maintain 8,000, JetBlue 815.
So you 15, call maintain 8,000.
I maintain 8,000, JetBlue 815.
We have vectors at 7,000. Forgot about that.
Making 25 degrees, call maintain 14,000, 14,000.
14,000, American 2588.
Alright, limo in 6 nautical miles, so that's 80 degrees. I'll get that lined up, and I'll actually just go to heading mode now.
Making 25 degrees, call maintain 14,000, 14,000.
14,000, American 2588.
So you 15, contact Birch 118.25.
Ooh, he slipped into your DMs. Shit's getting serious. Not that I know of. I'm not dropping out of the sky at the moment. That's something.
In 25 degrees, contact center 133.42.
3342.
I bet he didn't even have Facebook. He's gonna make an account just for you, bud.
In 25 degrees, contact center 133.42.
3342, American 2588. Delta 2777, climbing out of...
I would have liked to do done that today, Dan, because it would have been a lot easier to just fly straight in from the direction that I was coming and to vector around here like this, but it's alright. You can still kind of see the city there if we zoom in. There she is. Some sort of sports arenas. Wells Fargo. Does that look familiar?
Okay, 2136 with you, 1.5 or 5,000.
Day 2136 departure, radar contact, sun maintain 14,000, 14,000.
Up 14,000 and 2136.
Chase Field, home of the Phoenix Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay, 2136 with you, 1.5.
Phoenix Flyers.
Day 2136 departure, radar contact, sun maintain 14,000, 14,000.
I got it? Yeah. not much of a sports fan. The most that I was ever into sports was like, man, when I was like super young, when Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. came out, because I like baseball video games. And I think I knew pretty much every player on every team roster at that point. It's been a while. Quebec Nordiquest. Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, let's go 2 Hondo.
Departure stop 2756, 1,300 for 5,000.
The 2756 in departure radar contact.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Altitude, altitude, altitude. Outhold? What the hell? Had 5,000 arms on this guy. Shot straight through it. That would be a lecturing from air traffic control. That's right, we gotta be at 4,000 anyway.
Departure stop 2756, 1,300.
Alright, let's go direct to Gypsy.
Departure radar contact.
Execute and go to nav.
The 2756, climb maintain 14,000, 14,000.
14,000, Delta 2756.
The 2756, climb maintain 14,000, 14,000.
Alright, there you go. 40 degrees, 131 knots. Turn in here or what?
United 2136, contact center 133.42.
3342, United 2136.
Alright, there we go. Got the localizer track. Falcon Field. So this guy's over here. I think I flew in there once on FSE, and then I activated a replay and it canceled my mission. So yeah, not good memories there. That should be us over here on the far south side.
You want to just right now?
774, flighting 030 vector for sequence, reduce speed to 210.
Right, glide slope coming down. Go ahead and get these landing gear going. Alright, glide slope track. Nice. Do you have the Concorde? brakes are armed. Lights are on. Switch it over to tower. Ground is 119.75. What are minimums? 200. Landing gear out. So people just been tuning in for a crash for no reason. We'll turn the autopilot off. That's right. And we'll get rid of the auto throttle. Wish me luck. Watch the landing gear collapse when we touch down. We bounced it. Coming in a little hot there. Little firm.
Maintain visual separation, RNAV Del Rey, when 24 left of takeoff.
24 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV Del Rey, maintain visual separation, runway 486.
Yeah, still nothing on the ECAS or anything. Get the APU going. Let's see, clean these guys up, disable you. And switch it to ground.
Southern 698 will start engine up.
On the ground, say again?
Southern 698 proceeding to the gate.
The 698, roger.
I just missed these lights.
Southwest 698 will start inching up. On the ground, say again? Southwest 698 proceeding to the gate. Southwest 698, roger.
Southwest 1689, taxi off of Alpha 9.
Southwest 1689, runway 15 right, taxi via Tango Hotel, Papa.
Tango Hotel, Papa 15 right, Southwest 1689. Southwest 1689, taxi off of Alpha 9.
Southwest 1689, runway 15 right, taxi via Tango Hotel, Papa.
Tango Hotel, Papa 15 right, Southwest 1689.
So unless something catastrophic happens between now and the time that we pull up to the gate, probably have to bump down the failures. I'm gonna go 300 next week.
Good afternoon, Sphere Wings 835. We're at Delta 10. Information Oscar for the push.
Spirit 835 on ground, push approved, data Papa.
Let's make it 0.
We'll get Papa, and we're clear to push, Spirit 835.
There are auto gates here, cannot remember.
Good afternoon, Sphere Wings 835. We're at Delta 10. Information Oscar for the push.
Spirit 835 on ground, push approved, data Papa.
We'll get Papa, and we're clear to push, Spirit 835.
Southwest 47, reprotection.
Southwest 47, runway 28, taxi via Echo Papa uniform.
Echo Papa uniform 28 Southwest 47. Southwest 47, reprotection.
Southwest 47, runway 28, taxi via Echo Papa uniform.
Echo Papa uniform 28 Southwest 47.
Ground Southwest 2100 at Alpha 5 with Papa push.
Southwest 100, bottom of ground, push back approved.
Thank you, thank you. Probably the best part of this flight. No failures. Except for my landing. Let's watch this bouncy boy. be kind of high to reach the windows, even on this little thing. Unreliable. We had no failures today, which is a failure. The only failure is that we didn't have failures. And this landing, watch this bounce. See ya. 2 landings for the price of 1, boys. That is value. Watch it from this angle. How close are we to the center line? Kind of. We kind of touched it. First landing was probably better than the second one. Early thrust reverse? No. I deployed him after the first one and then went back up into the air with him out to make sure that we wouldn't continue floating down the runway. See how much wing flex we got on that. I think they're just the default clouds, to be honest. I have Active Sky XP, but I didn't use their cloud textures. I also use FS Enhancer, but again, didn't use their cloud textures either. So I think they're just defaults. I've said this a million times, like when there's a good layer of overcast like that, it looks good, and when you're flying through it up close, it looks good. It's just when you're far away, or you're at really high altitude, and there's a layer of overcast, it looks kind of wonky. But generally, I think their clouds are pretty good.
Station is 201 Super, RNAV Del Rey, wind 2409er, wind 24 left for the takeoff.
Also, I guess I forgot to arm the ground spoilers. Or, maybe that was the failure.
Station is 201 Super, RNAV Del Rey, wind 2409er, wind 24 left.
We might, let me, I don't know if it'll show. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we did have a failure. Nothing's gonna rescue that landing now. Alrighty, boys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go do something with my day. Keeper, love you. Dan, love you. McFatty, we love you. Who else is in here? Had some other folks up here. Humber, we love you. Dusty, if you're still there, we love you. Bogner, you're all legends, champions. The best. May or may not stream tomorrow. I think I got a lesson tomorrow morning. Might be in the afternoon. See you later, boys. Peace.